So y'all, is Mr. Beast a demon? What is up, my little baby internet land? I am Lynn, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is a place where I do a lot of crafty type things, and then just, randomly rant about whatever is going on in the country or in the world that week. If that sounds interesting to you, or if you end up liking this video, click that like and subscribe button. Cool. Okay, so back to the question. Is Mr. Beast a demon? See, here's the thing. That, for some reason, is, like, what has led people to my channel, through the search terms a couple of times. Like, more than, just once randomly, like, several times, and they're always, like, interspersed. They're kind of, like, spaced out and everything, right? And so, like, I have never talked about Mr. Beast before, to be completely honest with you. Nothing against the dude. Well, I've got a lot of things against the dude. But, like, okay, so take us back to, like, a year and a half ago, I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, whenever he did that, Harold's recording on your phone, right? And so anyways, he did that thing where he, like, gave a bunch of people eye surgery because they couldn't see it or something. It was like cataract surgery. It was a surgery that took like 10-15 minutes or something and was like super expensive. Anyway, he did that thing that was talked about by a lot of the people that I follow on the tubes of you, and that was the first I honestly ever heard of Mr. Beast. So, I'm not, like, big on all the lore. I had no idea about any of it, all that stuff. But, the things I hear are usually, well, they're the bad things. And I hear that he's, like, a great philanthropist, and, that's super for him. So great. But I also hear... Okay, so, like, I know the Rosanna Pansino thing, obviously. I mean, I watch, like, 2 Adam McIntyre videos a day when he's uploading, so, I know about the Rosanna Pansino thing, and, like, the contract that she read that everybody has to, like, sign and all that crap. Okay, so, it was like, it's like, just jokes, and don't take this seriously except do. And, like, okay, so that's confusing as crap. Do you want Mr. Beast to be above all else? Or, like, is Beast Faye? Or, what are we doing here? Yeah, so anyways, I know about the Rosanna Pansino thing, and that he's, like, just a dick behind the scenes, right? And then I heard about the Ava Chris Tyson thing, and, that's... I'm not really gonna get into that, because that's just icky. Ew, yeah. Anyway, okay, so I've been a viewer of the Tabernacle for, oh my god, quite a while, like, years at this point, right? Anyway, he does not like Beastie Boy, right? And I've always been curious, like, what was it about that, like, generally, if I saw the name Mr. Beast, I would honestly skip over the episode, because I didn't know who that was, didn't care to know who that was, didn't have to know who that was until everybody started talking about the fact that he gave those eye surgeries out, that everybody was really disappointed in, not necessarily the fact of the surgeries, or giving the surgeries out, but more the whole... that it had to come to that kind of thing. Like, we're a pretty... Okay, so yeah, like, we're a pretty developed country, and this is not, like, sorry about that. This is not, like, a major surgery, right? This is just, like, a thing where you're in, you're out, you're on your way, and it's, like, a miracle of change in our world. And it's really, really cool that he did that for those people, but it's really, really crappy that, like, it had to come to that. Like, it had to come to some random dude on YouTube. Like, I feel there had to have been a better option. Like, to just any other option. Like, why is our healthcare system so crap? Anyway, that's not what I came here to talk about. Is Mr. Beast a demon? I guess, back to the original question. I mean, I don't know. I mean, probably not. Did he sell his soul in like a crossroads dealer or something? I mean, who knows? But like, probably not. The supernatural isn't real, and Crowley is just a dude who shows up at Comic-Cons all the time to, yeah. Anyway, moving right along, nothing to do with Beastie Boy here, okay? So, I mean, I don't think he's a demon, guys. I'm pretty sure he's human, which would totally fall in line with the fact that like everything he's done recently is kind of flawed. Just like he's been a little flawed, and we don't know why. Oh, and by the way, I don't know what happened here. Ignore that it got weird. Anyway, Beastie Boy, he is a human. He is a flawed human. And he's probably not a demon. I can't speak to the guy's entire life. Look, okay, a lot of us had a Wiccan phase when we were like 13, okay? Maybe a little older, but okay, we really didn't think we could do magic. We just really loved the show Charmed, okay? Stop judging us, okay? Anyway, Beastie Boy is just a human, and a flawed one at that, and he has done a lot of shit, and he has made a lot of money. And the thing about making a lot of money is, and I remember reading this about Elon, you can't get to like that echelon, that like upper echelon of worth, right? You cannot get there unless you're willing to exploit. And it seems like that's a lot of what Rosanna Pansio has been talking about Beastie Boy doing. Out in, the background of his games and behind the scenes and all that crap. But that sounds like somebody who just lives in a capitalist society, and yay, capitalism. Anyway, we're not going to get into that on this particular episode. But what we're going to go ahead and talk about is the whole Ava Chris Tyson thing. We're not talking about the thing, okay? No, that's not what we're talking about at all. What we are talking about is him being a friend to one Jimmy Donaldson, as close friends as they were. Apparently they were roommates or something. Like I said, I don't know all the lore. I don't really care to. I've got things in my brain that need to stay there, and I don't want to replace them with facts about Mr. Beast. Sorry, but them's the bricks. That's the way the Cookie Mountain crumbles, and like all that jazz. Okay, so I think like if you know someone is a bad person and you stay super close to them, it's not the best decision, okay? But people, again, make flawed choices. And I have to assume that that is one of those flawed choices. Or that, truth be told, maybe he didn't know, like, as much as everybody's saying. Like, he knew about the thing on the wall, right? But, like, that's it. That's as far as it goes. Like, whatever. People don't always, like, that's not a part of yourself that you would share, around the campfire and crap. But, I think we shouldn't be held completely responsible for our friends' behavior, because there's always a chance that we don't even know the depth and gravity, like the whole like gravity of the situation. And I'm not defending him in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that, like, maybe look, he isn't the one who committed the bad act, right? That was his friend. And I understand, because I went to a Christian school for a very long time, that we are indeed responsible for our friends' behavior. But, like, how? To what level are we responsible for our friends' behavior? We're not the bad one. They are. So, I think we just, at some point, we have to separate ourselves from them. And it seems like he's done that, go him. And, Yeah, I'm not. I assure you, I am not trying to let Mr. Beast off the hook here. I just think that genuine question has been posed and has gotten people to this vlog on the basis of like Mr. Beast being a demon, and it got me to thinking, right? Because now that I know who he is, to start with, and beyond that point, guys, he's not supernatural of any sort. He's not a demon. He's certainly not an angel. He's a human. He's like flawed, and I don't think he should be responsible for somebody else's actions, at least not completely by any means. And I think that a lot of people, when they get to the top of like the business world, they become not so nice, right? And Elon is like a perfect example of this, because he thinks he is still as fun as he was when he was just, you know, the dude who didn't have the hair plugs and who was obsessed with the stupid frat boy joke called X. Oh god. Yeah, anyway. You can't get to the top without developing a trend of being okay with not being a perfect person, with making some bad choices that are going to cost other people some things, you know? Without being a little, and this word, it comes with a big fat allegedly, but a little cruel. And I think that he probably has some of that in him, you know? And I don't even know if he knows he has it in him. Same with Mr. Elon. I have no idea if he knows that he is sometimes just outright cruel to large portions of, like, humanity. And in Beastie Boys' situation, it's the people that he puts through these weird, you know, endurance tests of, like, sitting next to a hot tub that hasn't been cleaned properly and that, you know, smells like ass after like 2 days. Yeah, it's just all of the bad things that he does, right? All of the bad things that he has been reported or alleged to do. I just think that, like, one doesn't get to the top of an industry without becoming that. And at that point, they have to look inwards. They have to be willing to look inwards on themselves and see that they've become that. I don't know that he has that in him. I will say that I know he has expressed a desire to, like, run for president, you know, before. And I would say that if he doesn't have that sort of inner reflection available to himself, I don't think running for president is going to do it. Like, that's definitely not going to be a solid plan here. But I feel like he's a flawed human, and he's gotten to a point where he's lost a little bit of the realization that the ownership that he is indeed human, not like better than us or anything, you know? And if he's willing to look inside himself and see that he is in fact human and needs to, like, maybe adjust the way that he treats people, and maybe think through some of the endurance challenges that he puts people through, you know, I think there's like a real choice. He's young and not unwilling and not filled with divorce dad energy like Elon is, okay? Elon, I don't think there's hope for dear Elon at this point. I don't. I would love to say that, sure, maybe there's hope. Like, sure, there's hope for anybody, but I can't do that. what I can do is say that he emits super divorced dad energy. He is 53 years old. He is probably set in his ways at this point, and nothing is going to change him. And I feel really bad for the 11 children that he brought in. Yeah, the 11 children that he brought into this planet and then just kind of like booked it on. Because have you ever seen how he looks with the pictures of his kids in his lap? He has got the most checked out vacant stare ever. Anyway, so yeah, like, I feel bad for those kids, okay? I feel bad for those kids because you bring them into this planet and then you don't parent them. You leave that completely up to their mothers, or in one case, you steal them from their mothers. So I don't even know what's going on there. But like, you bring them into this planet and then just like let them go. And so like, are they supposed to learn by example? Because if they're supposed to learn by example, you are not offering them a very good one. You want to escape from the planet. And anyway, how did this become a video about Elon Musk? Anyway, I was talking about Mr. Beast. Maybe there's a chance for him. Maybe he can redeem himself, and maybe he can like regain some of that humanity that he has lost becoming a top priority capitalist in this world. Or maybe he's just out of luck too. But I definitely don't think he is a demon. Yeah, I really, I don't think he's a demon, like, at all. Peace out, my lovely.